White fatigue is actually so crazy right now. Like, I'm just getting so tired of the whiteness right now. The Yakubians, the Mayo monkeys, the beige bandits. It's getting too much for me. Low key, y'all whites need to go back to your own country. All right, go back to your own country, out in Europe and Britain and shit, and have a chippy tea, and go in the fucking mountains of Europe and fucking go back to living in fucking Mount Caucasus. Caucasians, the caucasity pisses me off right now. Really, y'all just doing too much.
Let's talk about white fatigue. The good Lord and my dad's baby mama gave me what you call a snake's ass. So I gotta clench my butt cheeks to hold up my britches. And because of the lack of the sun and melanin on my ass cheeks, it's brighter than two squirrels fucking on a Wednesday back there. My ass cheeks are tired from holding up my britches. I had to go on www.getabelt.com, get a fucking belt to hold up my britches so my ass cheeks don't fatigue. That's when I realized why they call old army clothes fatigues. Because of white fatigue, essentially. Thanks for watching.
Breaking news. I am a white racist. Believe me, I'm as shocked as you are. Because I found out from coworkers today that I absolutely adore and respect that they view me as a white racist because my skin is white, because I was born white. Context for you. I'm at work. I am having a conversation with one of my coworkers who's one of my nearest and dearest. By the way, he is biracial, mixed black and white. And we are communicating about another coworker who is black that is going up for a promotion. Now, another one of our coworkers is going up for the same promotion, but he's white. So it's a black woman and a white man going up for the same position. Me and my coworker are saying what we think is going to happen. We're talking about their education, their background. Other coworkers trickle in and start communicating with us about the same issue. Somehow, the conversation immediately takes a turn and it has developed a racial tone to it, okay? And so everybody's giving their opinion on why they think such and such is going to get the job. And they say, what do you think? And I go to give my opinion, and the original coworker that I was conversating with, remember the biracial man, jumped in and said, my opinion cannot be taken into consideration for this matter because I am white. And because I am white, I automatically am a racist. I was freaking blown away that he said that. So we're arguing back and forth about how I'm not a racist and he's saying that I am. Another coworker jumps in, who, by the way, is a black man. And he said, let me tell you like this so you understand where we're coming from. I said, enlighten me, please, because I am so confused. He said that the day I was born with my white skin was the day that I would be viewed by society as a racist for the rest of my life. Just like how he was born with black skin, he was automatically going to struggle for the rest of his life because he was born a black man. And I said, you two gentlemen really don't believe that, do you? And they said, absolutely, we believe that. And I said, well, first of all, that's the scariest thing I've ever heard anybody admit. And second of all, thank God that you two don't speak for society, right? No sooner did I say that, a Hispanic male coworker chimes in and says he was taught the same thing growing up by his grandparents. So there you go. I am a white racist, and I will always be viewed that way. Let me know if you believe this. Let me know if you are as confused as I am today. Yeah, get in the comments and let me know, because I was totally unaware that people view me as a racist because of my skin.
I am back with 50 more things that give me white fatigue. Colonizing everything, and now even the term black fatigue. Go back to your country when y'all brought people here. Acting like America wasn't built on forced migration and stolen land. Comparing George Floyd, someone who was murdered by police, like he was ever running for president, to someone convicted on all 34 counts and counting. Being pro-life, but anti-healthcare, anti-food stamps, and anti-shelter. Voting against your own interests out of racism and asking for help. I didn't think it would affect me. Means I thought it would only affect black and brown folks. Calling immigrants illegals, but letting white South Africans in easily. Veterans sleeping on the street while white immigrants get startup funds. Deporting toddlers and making them represent themselves in court. Misusing melting pot while refusing to blend with anyone, demonizing trans people while ignoring decades of church abuse, pretending drag queens are more dangerous than school shooters, Christian nationalism pretending to be freedom, banning books but not bullets, preaching love while legislating hate, using MLK quotes as silent protests he would have fought in, God's plan but only when the suffering isn't yours, saying it's for the greater good while ignoring those sacrificed, claiming moral high ground while holding generational wealth, saying we're all equal while voting for oppression, family values but ignoring family separation at the border, weaponizing religion to hurt, not heal, pushing bootstrap narratives while inheriting property, white fragility weaponized as a shield for accountability. It's not about race in a country built on race, hating culture but loving censorship when it comes to race and gender, screaming about indoctrination while pledging allegiance in kindergarten, fear-mongering about the gay agenda while hiding your own scandals. White pain gets memorials, black pain gets ignored, banning DEI programs while gatekeeping every space, calling the police over fireworks but being silent about real violence, acting like CRT is the apocalypse but not knowing what it is, using freedom to justify hate speech, only liking black culture when it's stripped of its roots, saying my ancestors didn't own any slaves while benefiting from the system, redlining being government policy. We're the land of opportunity, but only for some, ignoring food deserts while pushing clean eating, saying slavery was a long time ago, but 9/11 is sacred, throwing tantrums over being called racist instead of fixing the racism, centering white feelings in every conversation about justice, calling people thugs for protesting, but not for committing hate crime, blaming immigrants for crime, but ignoring domestic white terrorism, giving more rights to guns than humans, equating equity with oppression, pretending patriotism means silence, saying you're not political whilst funding oppression with silence, getting all your news from Facebook memes and Fox News and calling yourself informed, and lastly, defending the people who literally tried to overthrow the government on January 6th, but panicking over peaceful protest. Thanks.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. On this video, I'll be talking about white fatigue. I just want to give you some heads up on white fatigue. Ensure that you listen to this video, watch this video from the beginning to the end. I'm sure you're going to learn something different from what you already know about this white fatigue. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. And I want to say a very big thank you, and credit belongs to the original owners of the clips I will be attaching to this video. See you soon.
Part 3 of white fatigue. I am absolutely 100% tired of seeing young white men go shoot up schools. I'm tired of seeing white people force religion upon the world. I am absolutely 100% tired of white people in areas of the world that they don't belong in calling it their own. I'm 100% tired of seeing all white judges, all white bosses, all white police forces, all white neighborhoods, all white laws, white people escaping justice time and time again, white media portraying the young black people as criminals and the white people as mentally ill. I am so sick and fucking tired of you gaslighting me to thinking that you're superior when you are obviously fucking not.
White fatigue.
No. I'm just gonna
Pause. I'm gonna stop you right there. You're not white. You are black. Redheads are black. But then I remember that they were actually excommunicated from the black community.
I'm gonna say it straight like this, bro. All y'all little white people with red hair, y'all ain't welcome over here, bro.
It was short-lived, but let's hear him out.
But I have white fatigue. Yeah, I said it. I have white fatigue. I am so fatigued. White fatigue is a thing, even coming from the white people. I am so fatigued by you. It's a thing.
Great points. Amazing points.
Here are 50 things that have given me white fatigue. Cultural appropriation without any appreciation. White people in locks talking about spirituality.
Are we still pretending only one group borrows from others? Because I've seen plenty of stray blonde wigs worn by black women. If you only want your culture to be appreciated by your own people, you better stop using iPhones, or speaking English, or eating sushi, or doing yoga. All these things that are incredibly popular, regardless of race, because people are allowed to share things from their cultures. As long as you're not mocking it, what is the issue?
Hi, let's be honest. Conversation about race might feel heavy. And if you're white, you might have felt it at some point. That tired feeling. Not angry, not defensive, just tired. That quiet voice that says, do we have to keep talking about this? If that sounds familiar to you, you are not alone. It's called white fatigue. And here is the truth. Feeling white fatigue doesn't make you a bad person, but how you respond to it, that's where the growth begins. White fatigue is a sense of emotional or mental exhaustion some white folks feel when they are asked to keep engaging in conversation about race, privilege, or inequality. It's not loud, it's not aggressive, it's more like a white shutdown, a pulling away, and it often sounds like, I get it already. Why is this still a thing? Talking about race justifies people. But here is the thing. White fatigue is not proof that the conversation is wrong. It is proof that it's working, that something inside is shifting, that you are being asked to see the world and maybe even yourself in a new way. If you have never had to think about privilege, race, injustice before, it's not something to feel overwhelmed when it shows up in your classroom, in your workplace, in your news field, or in your dinner table. It's just for you to examine something that has always been there, or maybe you were not taught to see it. Just like any new awareness, it takes energy, it takes heart, and that's why white fatigue happens. Not because people are bad, but because deep learning can somehow be tiring. And especially when it has to do with learn, relearn, how you think about justice, fairness, and identity. If white fatigue leads to silence, withdrawal, or avoidance, but if it leads to curiosity, compassion, both for yourself and for others, then it becomes a doorway into growth, into connection, and into action. We don't just need perfect people, we need honest people, people who can say, yeah, I'm tired, but I'm still here, I'm still listening, I'm still learning. If you are feeling white fatigue, just try this. Pause. Ask yourself, why am I tired? Is it discomfort that's making me tired? Guilt? Confusion? Just take a breath and know that growth is not a sprint. It's a lifelong process. You are allowed to take a moment, but don't give up. Reconnect. Read a story. Watch a documentary. Talk to someone with lived experience. Someone who has experience. Not just to fix anything, but to listen. And you have to remember your why. This isn't about shame. It's about building a better world where everyone belongs. Where everyone is safe and everyone is seen. White fatigue is real, but it doesn't have to be the end of your journey. It can be a turning point, a moment where you say, this is hard, but it matters. So stay curious, stay kind to yourself and to others, and keep going. Because the world that we want is the one that is just and fair. The world we want is the one that is just and very fair to everyone and free. Yes, it's worth getting a little tired. And you don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to show up. Yes, we don't just have to do it perfectly. We only have to show up. Showing up for one another. So if this video spoke to you, something that you felt, just leave a comment on the comment section. Not a judgment. Just be honest. So I want to get your honest conversation in the comment section. And if you're on this journey too, hit that like button, subscribe, share. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell. Share it with someone who might need to hear it today. Bye for now. I'll see you in my next one.